is she being used as a pawn by other people? Is that a fair summary?
More or less, yeah.
More or less. Sorry, not a very good summary, but I did my best. It is true. I tried to interview Ashley Dupre, and I asked her and her representatives. It was a lengthy negotiation, but ultimately it fell apart when Ashley Dupre asked if she could have editorial control, which I was not willing to cede. There were times when the editing process was difficult, and I considered giving her editorial control, but that's only because editing is very difficult. I think that my take on it, and I don't really know the answer, so it would just be a guess because I wasn't able to ask her, but my take on it is that she saw this as an opportunity. She continues to see it as an opportunity, and to some extent she is being used by other people who have a political agenda when hers is more of a careerist agenda. That would be my guess, but it's only my guess.
Go ahead, right there in the behind.
Did you interview Bernard Spitzer at all?
No, I did not interview Bernard Spitzer.
Go ahead.
You had very few people on the screen, as far as I could tell, were his friends. Lloyd Constantine, who I think actually wrote a book about it, and then this gentleman who was a media consultant who appeared to be a friend and knew him well. Did you try to reach out to other friends to get a full picture of him and his life before he entered politics, and try to get a sense of what really led him into politics?
The question is, did I reach out to a number of friends more friends of Eliot Spitzer to try to understand what led him into politics? The answer is yes. Some agreed to speak, some didn't agree to speak, and some we interviewed, but didn't end up appearing in the film. At the end of the day, you know, it's a long story even as it is, and I didn't want to spend too much time in the early days of Eliot Spitzer because I never thought I'd get to the end. A lot of that material is rather richly portrayed in Peter Elkind's book, Rough Justice. I think a film like this has to take an angle, or else you don't go deeply enough into the areas that you want to. So that was my choice, right or wrong.
Go ahead.
Do you think there might be a smoking gun somewhere between the Bush Justice Department and the FBI that led to the targeting of Spitzer? Do you think it's possible that might be found in something like that?
Is there a smoking gun in the Justice Department investigation? I don't know. It's possible. We looked into it. I mean, I think even since the film and the book have come out, more detail has emerged about the SAR, the document from the bank. I think circumstantially, it's clear that there were a lot of irregularities in the prosecution. And it was never a prosecution of Eliot Spitzer, even though it was only ever about Eliot Spitzer. It was never about the prosecution of the